Your Excellencies, Honorable Co-Chairs President Macky Sall, Honorable Co-Chair President Geingob, Honorable Co-Chair Prime Minister Mark Rutte, and Honorable Co-Chair President Kikwete. On behalf of the Global Center on Adaptation, I'm extremely honored and excited to join the International High-Level Panel for Water Investments in Africa as a panelist. Honored because alongside the esteemed fellow members of this panel, with deep knowledge across different areas and profound leadership insights, I look forward to working with you all to drive this agenda. And excited because this agenda is so critical and comes at such an important time. Together, we have the opportunity and responsibility to close the water investment gap that currently exists in Africa. North Africa is already one of the most stressed regions in the world, and 4 out of 10 people in sub-Saharan Africa lack access to basic drinking water services and account for over half of the global poor who face high flood risk. And as the impacts of climate change accelerate, how we use and manage water will become even more important. For example, if global average temperatures increases by 1.5 degrees Celsius, the number of people exposed to river flooding in Africa alone is predicted to rise to 23.4 million by 2050, with a 57% increase in fatalities. Yet, in our research, GCA has shown that the annual cost of adaptation for water management in Africa, in sub-Saharan Africa, has been estimated at just $6 billion. But the annual cost of inaction, of not doing anything, is $91 billion, over 15 times as much. So inaction is expensive. So adaptation and investing in water is not only the right thing to do, it is economically the smart thing to do. This is why GCA joined forces with the African Development Bank under the leadership of my friend, President Adesina, to form the Africa Adaptation Acceleration Program, the AAAP, a $25 billion program to transform the level of adaptation across the continent by 2025. And the AAAP has water at its heart. Working with our multilateral development bank partners, the World Bank, the African Development Bank, EIB, IFAD, government and other partners to provide climate-resilient water services through in-depth assessments of climate risk, strategic planning for adaptation, capacity building, and, importantly, mobilizing additional finance. For example, we're working with the African Development Bank and our partners to integrate resilience into an $80 million water supply and sanitation project in Uganda to provide safe drinking water and sanitation services to approximately 700,000 people in small towns and rural areas. And in Chad, we're contributing toward a $150 million World Bank project to support the government to mitigate flood risk in the capital. The project will reduce the impact of flood risk and reinforce climate-resilient urban services and planning in Njama, and has a specific focus on vulnerable groups such as poor women. Building water climate resilient has the potential to be the catalyst for a virtuous circle of social and environmental benefits, creating jobs, formalizing networks of cooperation, giving voice and agency to local communities, and creating a culture of awareness and preparedness for an era of heightened climate risk. And what would be a better place to demonstrate this than in Africa? A continent of hope, youth, promise, and excellence. So not only through our programs, but also in our research and advocacy, GCA will continue to make the case for investing in water in Africa. This panel has come together because there's a great deal of work to be done. But there's also a great deal of work to build on. A year from today, world leaders will come together in New York for the UN Water Conference 2023. There is no time to waste to ensure that the scaling up of investments in Africa is at the core of the agenda, with the lessons we will draw upon from our work able to have a wider impact across the world. I look forward to working with you all. Please count on the GCA as your partner of choice. Thank you very much.